Hello friends, welcome again to your own YouTube channel Ask Your Gynecologist. I am Dr. Sonal Parhyar. As usual, I am back with the new video suggested by you all, and of course your favorite topic, that is breech baby. Breech means a baby which is coming out with the bums, not the head. So head is not down, it is the upside down baby, that is the bums are coming out, right? So that is called breech. Now before I start, I would just like to tell you all that there are 3 ways to contact me, which I have already told in a previous video. I made a separate video of how you can contact me because there are so many patients all over the world who want to connect with me. So I just want to clarify this again. First is you download DocWise app on your mobile's Play Store, then you put my PIN and you get connected with me on my mobile. It is an application where you can send your voice message, you can send your reports, I can call you back, I can send you the prescription. The app is valid for 2 days, so whenever you pay, your chat option is valid for 2 days. For 2 days you can keep sending your reports and all. It's like WhatsApp, right? Second way to contact me is through my secretary. Now I am giving you this number 9928388224. This is my secretary's number. Do not ask her medical questions. She is not a doctor. Do not ask her to ask me the questions and then I convey the answer to you. Don't do that, please. Just use this number to take an appointment if at all you want to come to my hospital. That is my hospital's address. You can just confirm with her, or if you can't understand the videos, then you can probably ask her how to download DocWise app and all that. Now you can ask her that I'm in Jodhpur, in the city, when you want to visit me. Now the third way will be on my other channel, Dr. Sonal's Answers. You know that very well. Probably most of you know that I go live every second to third day. I put a community post on Dr. Sonal's Answers and then I invite questions and I answer those questions on the same day in the evening in the live session, free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for that, but then the questions have to be more of general, not kind of very personal. If at all you want that I should answer you there and then on the YouTube when I'm live, then you can use a super chat option and you can use your debit card or credit card. Now most of the people know this because I keep telling this in every video. So if you want any details, you can watch one of my live sessions, you'll come to know. Okay, now coming back to the topic, breech baby. That is, breech means an upside down baby. Now the law of gravity or the law of nature would actually allow your baby to come head down first. Why? When the baby is growing, the ratio of the head and the hips, it keeps on increasing, right? So in a preterm baby, when the baby is small, just say in the 4th or 5th month, the bums are bigger but the head is smaller. Then comes a position where both are equal in size, and then towards the end of the 9th month, the head grows big and the bums are smaller. So by the law of gravity, the heavier thing has to come down. So by 36-37 weeks, the head comes down. In 97% cases, it is head down. The baby is head down, and that is called cephalic position. That is the right position for normal delivery. Now, what are the other positions that you can have? The other positions can be breech, or it can be transverse. The head is here, the bums are here, and what comes out is the hand or the shoulder. Okay, we're not discussing that. Now, breech babies can present in 3 different ways. One is a complete breech, means the baby is folding its legs, its knees and hips, and it is sitting like this. Okay, now that is not a good breech because it has increased its diameter of the breech. It was not just the bum, it is even the hip, the thighs and the knees which are coming out. There is no way that such babies can deliver normally. If at all it comes down, if at all it crosses the pelvic brim, that it enters the pelvic bone, then one of the feet will come out because it will just open one of its legs, and that is called footling presentation. That is another form of breech presentation, that is just the foot is coming down. Now this case is very dangerous because the cervix might not open much. It might be just say maybe 2-3 centimeters dilated, and the small foot, the baby's foot is this much, it might just come out, and then what happens? The uterus, the cervix closes on that particular feet, and then the rest of the baby is inside. It's just the one foot is coming out. Now that is dangerous because as soon as the baby comes in contact with the air, there is a vasoconstriction, means the capillaries, the arteries, they constrict, and the baby has to be delivered within minutes. And this is a very risky condition. I've seen cases coming to the hospital on stretchers, especially patients from rural areas who do not have proper care, who probably didn't understand or did not want to understand, did not want to go to a doctor, and they come with such kind of footling presentations, and generally the baby dies because it is very difficult to immediately do a cesarean in such cases. Okay, and they're basically not able to reach the hospital on time. Now the third kind of breech will be the best breech for a normal delivery, that is a frank breech. Frank breech means the baby is folding its legs like this. So the legs and the head is like this. So what comes out is a very, very small bump because it is kind of folded like this. So that is the best kind of position, that is called frank breech. Now, why does this happen? Breech babies are, if I tell you the percentage, just about 1 in 35, so just about 3%. Why does this happen? First of all, nature, we don't know why this is happening. Many of the cases are unexplained, but we still have certain things, certain risk factors which make you more prone towards a breech baby. First of all, a history of breech. You've had a breech delivery before, you've had a breech baby before in the 9th month, so you're more likely to have a breech again. Okay. Secondly, if there is less water inside the uterus, that is oligohydramnios. Now, why does this happen? When the baby is growing, as I told you, initially the head is not bigger. The head is either smaller or almost the same size as the breech. So in that case, when the baby is say preterm, say in 28-30 weeks, at that time, if the liquor is less, the fluid is less, the baby cannot turn. Even though it is growing, even though the head is growing, but there is no water inside for it to turn towards the end of 9th month. So oligohydramnios is a reason for breech delivery, breech babies. Then third, which I just told you, preterm. If at all, by any chance, because of any reason, you go for a preterm delivery, whether it is a normal delivery or a cesarean, any preterm baby which has not reached its 9th month will be in a breech position, generally speaking, because at that time the head is not bigger and the babies normally take that position, head up, breech down, the bums down. Okay. Now, the reasons of preterm delivery I am not going to discuss because I have already made a video on that, why at all you are at risk of preterm delivery. So you can watch that video. So preterm babies and oligohydramnios, less liquor, make you prone for breech baby. Then if there is multiple pregnancy inside the uterus, that is more than one babies. Now, because there are more than one babies, the law of nature, the law of gravity doesn't work because there is already very less room for the babies to grow and to move. So generally either one is breech, one is transverse, or different combinations, both are breech or both are transverse. Now, it is very rare to find both cephalic, both head down. Okay, so multiple pregnancy can make you more prone towards breech babies. Okay, then if the mother's pelvic bone is narrow, or if the uterus is of that shape that it is kind of broad at the up fundus part and narrow in the lower down, in that case obviously the heavier part, the bigger part will be up and the smaller part will be down, so that will make you more prone towards a breech presentation. Then coming to the baby, there might be certain birth defects in the baby, like for example sacrococcygeal teratoma, that is a very commonly found tumor of the sacrum and the coccyx, which is the backbone, the lowest part of the backbone. Okay, so if there is a tumor there, the bumps, there is a big kind of rounded structure just behind the bump, so it is like a double bump, so that obviously becomes heavier and more bigger than the head and it presents in a breech presentation. So generally birth defects are commonly seen in breech babies. Okay, not that every breech baby is abnormal, but generally if you talk about the anomalies, they are more common in breech babies. Right. Now coming to, can you turn this baby? A strict no. Please do not do that. Please do not go to the local dais or the local practitioners. Don't do that, especially in our country. I have not seen this in the developed countries. Like for example, I was working in UK, the NHS. It never happens that an untrained person is just trying to turn the baby and making, like assuring you that no, nothing will happen. Don't do that. Why? Because when you turn the baby, what are the risks? Well, when you're turning the baby, the cord which attaches the baby to the placenta, it gets stretched. So if it gets stretched, it might detach, it might pull the placenta. That is called abruptio placenta. The placenta, if it separates from the uterus, first of all, you will start bleeding horrendously. The blood supply to the baby will be cut off. The baby will die in minutes and the uterus might rupture. The uterus rupture, and then it is risky for the mother as well. Not just the baby, but for the mother as well. Now, whenever we do this, we used to do this 10-15 years ago. This was called external cephalic version. External cephalic version means a trained doctor, a person who is trained in this, tries to move the baby gently, holding the head, holding the bumps, and then slowly pushing it down. We used to do this. I have done this before. How we do it? We do it in the operation theatre, so that the anesthetist is there, the pediatrician is there. We know that we have got all facilities. If at all there is some problem, we can immediately do the cesarean. This is generally done towards the end of 36-37 weeks because we know that if at all the emergency occurs, then we can operate on the patient because the baby is full term. We give the patient uterine relaxants, certain medicines in the drip, so that the uterus relaxes, becomes soft, and then we connect the baby's heart to an external machine, that is a CTG, cardiotocography, so that we can continuously monitor the baby that it is happy whenever we are turning it. Generally such cases used to fail. Generally such cases would end up in some kind of emergency, some kind of complication, or they might just turn back, because it is a law of nature. The nature has given you that presentation. There is some problem inside, either in the baby or in the pregnancy or in the placenta or in the uterus, your pelvis. So do not try to play with it. So that is why we stopped doing this. It is not done anymore, and please do not fall prey to these local quacks and practitioners that I will turn the baby. Don't do that. One more thing I forgot to tell you, one more reason why breech presentation is common is placenta previa, that is low-lying placenta. In the low-lying placenta, there is no room for the head to go down because it is covered by the placenta. So the baby just automatically goes up, the head goes up, and the breech comes down and settles on the placenta. So in placenta previas, complete placenta previas, breech is more common. Right? Now coming to why cesarean, why not normal delivery? Okay. Now normal delivery is very, very risky because of mainly 3 reasons. Why? When the bum comes out, we know that the bum is narrow. Now this is the pelvis, this is the bone, this is the room it has for the head. So when the head comes down, it kind of fixes with the bone and there is no space. So it is like a ball bearing effect, and the head comes down, slowly dilates the cervix and puts pressure on it, and it comes down like this. But when the bum comes down, so this is the pelvis, is the room. Pelvis is just, the bum is just this much. So there is lots of room outside, right? Just beside it there is lots of room. So whenever the membrane ruptures and the baby is exposed to the external air, there is space for the cord to come out. The cord presentation and cord prolapse is an emergency condition, because what happens is when the cord comes in contact with the air, the atmosphere, it automatically constricts. So the blood vessels inside, the arteries, the veins, the capillaries, they constrict because the baby, the stimulus goes to the baby that it is going to come out. So they start constricting. The blood supply to the baby is cut off, and it is an emergency condition. It has to be operated within minutes, otherwise the baby will die. Right? The second common complication, the second, you can say the dreadful complication, is that when the breech is coming out and the cord is also coming out with it, then it might just pull the cord, it might just compress the cord against the bone. So compression of the cord again cuts off the blood supply to the baby, and that is again an emergency condition. Okay. Third most common reason why doctors do not allow you to go for a normal breech delivery is that when the bum comes out, you know that the bum is smaller. So sometimes the cervix is not completely open. The uterine cervix has to be 10 centimeters dilated to call it full dilatation. So sometimes it is just 5, 6, 7 centimeters dilated, which is enough for the breech to come out, but then the breech and the thin legs, they might come out, and then the baby is stuck. When it comes here, it is stuck. The shoulders and the head is stuck. Now that is a horrendous condition, and I have seen such babies coming, such patients coming from the rural area on the stretcher, and when you see, oh my God, you can see a moving baby. It is half out, it is out till here. You can see probably in the picture. It is a horrendous condition, my God. So it is very difficult to save such babies unless it happens in the hospital and we know that we have all the facilities to operate, right? Suddenly the baby has to be pushed in and the head has to come out through the abdomen. But then generally in such patients the baby dies because it is not able to reach the hospital on time. And even if it does, by the time we prepare for cesarean, we need at least 15-20 minutes. That is enough for the baby to die. So that is very, very risky. Okay. So cesarean is the most important, most commonly done operation for breech presentations. Now, when do we allow normal delivery? Because I have myself conducted some breech normal deliveries. When do we do that? When you've had like 2-3 deliveries before, you have a multiple pregnancy. In multiple pregnancy, the size of the babies is not that big. So if we are delivering breech babies, the babies are smaller and it is kind of easy to pull them out. Okay, so in multiple pregnancies, in patients who have got a roomy pelvis, they've got big pelvis because they've had babies before, in that case, sometimes we can allow you to have a normal breech delivery, but only if you come in proper pains, you are laboring well, the baby is coming down, we know that it has crossed the narrow part of the pelvis, it is almost on the pelvic floor, and we know that the cervix is dilating, that is, it is completely fully dilated, it has to be fully dilated, and we have forceps with us. Forceps are certain metallic structures which hold the head of the baby and pull it out. So we should have all facilities. Moreover, it should be done in the operation theatre, and we should have facility for immediate cesarean section. So there should be an anesthetist, a pediatrician waiting, that in case the baby gets stuck, we have the facility to operate on her. Right? So these are the conditions in which we allow a normal delivery. But then such conditions do not work when the baby is preterm. Why? Because when the preterm baby, we try to deliver normally, what will happen? Cervix generally would not be completely dilated. The doctor might have a false feeling that it is completely dilated because the breech has come out. But in such babies, the uterus, the cervix closes on the head. The head gets trapped, and that is an emergency condition. Even though it is getting done in the operation theatre, it is very difficult to push the baby inside the uterus, and then pull it out through the abdomen. So it is a mandatory cesarean if you are going for a preterm breech delivery. It has to be a cesarean, right? So this is all I want to tell you about breech. I don't think I have missed anything. If you have any questions in mind, just make sure that breech delivery has to be done in the form of a cesarean, unless and until you come in labor and you are progressing well and the doctor thinks that the breech is coming down, and it is a frank breech. Most importantly, I forgot to tell you, I was thinking I'm forgetting something. Frank breech has to be there. It has to be a baby which is like this, right? So the bumps which are coming out are very small. Okay, so that's it guys. In case you have any questions, you can type your question on Dr. Sonal's Answers community post. Please do not write questions on the video because there are now more than 300 videos. It is very difficult for me to answer all the questions on every video, right? So if you like the video, please like it, share it and subscribe to the channel. Share the knowledge, keep sending me topics and I'll keep making videos for you. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.